What's up, babies? What's up? We're going old school IMAX stream. Just for a few minutes. See how it works out this late. Yes. Always a pleasure. Hi-fi protege. Just got back from the gym. Late night. In the Earlverse. You'll see how the IMAX stream does. It usually doesn't get many trolls, which I don't mind, to be honest with you. We are a nice, tight, small community in here, especially late night, when it's just us night owls and the early birds, if you know what I'm saying. I like it better. You get to see more of my background with this. And what I also like about the IMAX stream is that it doesn't quite get the trolls, which I'm not sure why that is, but that's okay. You know, we'll do about a half-hour stream tonight. This is a bonus. Yes, I mean, it is 2:08. Yeah, those scroll trolls. You know, I just like to have a friendly discussion. And, you know, I don't have the energy for the trolls. I'll find you through the 916 live streams. I don't know what that means, Big Dave. Big Dave Sarah in the house. A legend in the Dabbleverse world, but we don't talk about that shit in here. We talk about comedy, wrestling, hockey, adult cinema, and, you know, whatever else I may be doing. We can talk about the Comedy Store, you know, all that good shit. We'll talk about ex-girlfriends. I name names. You're not fucking me around anymore. I've got the coolest fans in the business. Plus, I'm a creature of habit, so I just like doing these streams. And, you know, I got a little, yeah, we can talk horse racing. TB knows the deal. Vigorous Vigors, you know, Vigors, Seattle Slew, Sloppy Slew, Tsunami Slew, Slew of Gold. I mean, come on, J.O. Tobin, that son of a bitch. He beat Seattle Slew. I remember crying. I remember listening to that on the radio and crying when Seattle Slew lost. I think that was about 79, maybe a year after he won the Triple Crown. And then I read some article that said they wanted to do a Xerox commercial with Seattle Slew in it, so they doped him up for the shoot. They doped him up for the plane ride back out to California, and then that's when J.O. Tobin beat him because he was all doped up. I mean, I'm sure they still do that shit. You know, horses in the 70s and 80s were probably akin to bodybuilders, you know, back in the day. I mean, I don't know about that, but, you know, I know TB probably would know about that more than I would, Jess Jenna. How's the sound? Is the sound good for you guys? I mean, I don't think Vigors came from the seat of Secretariat. It would be interesting to know who the most virile um, horse of all time is. I know Seattle Slew had a ton of successful babies. Vigors, not so much. So, um, affirmed, you don't really hear too much of Aladar's foil. So, that could be a topic for discussion. That feud with Affirmed and Aladar was awesome, man. It was like the Lakers and the Celtics in the 80s. Those two just went at it. So, good set at the Comedy Store last night for those of you who weren't in the earlier stream. I have survived the cut, I guess. I've gotten 3 straight Saturday night spots with the new booker, so I'll just keep my head down. And yes, we do talk about the Sunset Strip music scene. Picture looks not clear. Interesting. Let me try this. Let me try this. It says internet connection is unstable, but seems to be working. I've been having some troubles with the IMAX stream. Oh, okay. Northern Dancer. Interesting. See, that's what I love about these late night streams. I mean, I used to be a huge horse racing fan. I mean, my dad was a legend at both Santa Anita and Hollywood Park. I mean, I would go there as a kid and the seas would part when my dad pulled up. And I wish I knew the guy's name. I think it was at Hollywood Park. They had an announcer for the valets, so when they would see the gamblers leaving, Mr. Skakel's car, please. Mr. Jim Skakel's car. And of course, my dad tipped him like 100 bones. You know, that's just the type of guy my dad was, and that's where I learned where to be such a good tipper. Was from my dad. I even tip when there's bad service. Now, I even tipped the other night when an ex-girlfriend delivered my Postmates. Now, the power move was to tip her well and leave her a 5-star review, because I bet as soon as she... Oh, thank you, Just Jenna. Yeah, I switched to my phone's Wi-Fi. I bet you... and it's funny, her name was Jenna. I think most people in my position would have left a 1-star review and no tip. But I took the opposite approach. And there you go. And I know she probably was like, oh my God, maybe I should have stayed with him. But you know the deal with the women in my life. They all think the grass is greener. It ain't, brother. I mean, I'm not going to say it's never greener. My setup right now, not thumbs up available. I don't know. My setup right now, not thumbs up available. I don't know I don't know what you're asking, TB. To be completely honest, what up, Mac Ryan? In the house. It's good to have. I noticed the IMAX streams don't do as well numbers wise. you know, so maybe we need the trolls in here. I don't know. But this stream tonight is, oh, interesting. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't do too many IMAX streams anymore. So I'm not sure what the situation is, to be honest with you. I can see right now we have 8 people in here and 7 likes. So, don't worry about it, TB. I appreciate the effort. Um, okay. I don't know. I mean, I used to be IMAX stream exclusively, and then I believe William Zoom told me, you get more views with a vertical, stream on your phone because I guess YouTube sends out a alert to, I don't know, more alerts with a vertical. So good for you. Good for you. I don't want his chop. I want his life. So you the fool that dusted Spider off? Well, then it's me that you're looking for. Bum and I are just doing obscure lines from the movie Blood In, Blood Out. For those of you wondering what the fuck we're doing, we're just fucking around in this stream. Suave, Al. But I do appreciate you guys. Oh, what's this button? It says goal. Make Super Chat more fun with a goal. Set a goal to engage with your audience in a new way. Once you reach your goal, celebrate with your community. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we don't do goals in here. I've never seen that button before. Oh, okay. So let me ask you this, Dave, since we're a small group in here. So this IMAX stream isn't blasted out to people? Basically, phone stream throws you in live feed that randoms and oh, okay. I mean, I don't mind the trolls. I don't think I've ever been burned by a troll yet, so I don't mind interacting with them. I mean, I don't like the racist shit, that I thank you, Dave, very much. Oh, okay, then there you go, like, uh, okay. I mean, I wish it was more simple, to be honest with you. No, I have no idea. I have no shame in asking for help on these things. I mean, I've had as many as, almost 200 people on the phone, not often, but, and it's weird. I think the most popular stream I ever did was, I think it was a Monday walk and talk when I was just walking through Beverly Hills at 2 in the morning, and for some reason, there was 200 people in there, and I think that video got about 7,000 views, whereas typically, my streams, get a 200-300 views, nothing too wacky, 30-40 likes, and that particular, Monday night stream got, like, I don't know, 300 likes or something. Um, so, yeah, I mean, that's why I do appreciate the Meltons and the Brennans and the Dabbleverse who seem to have really, and Shuley, they seem to have really nailed down the system, I guess you would say. But I wouldn't think people at 5 in the morning are listening to YouTube, but, maybe they are on their phones, and maybe that's why the phone streams do better. I don't know. I mean, I'm just, I'm wide awake, so I don't mind talking to 7 or 8 of you. Now I do know in my analytics, thing in YouTube Studio. It says most of my fans or listeners are on between 12 and 6. Now, I don't know if that means 9 and 3 my time or 12 and 6 my time. Well, thank you to your cat. I mean, listen, I would love to make the money Kevin Brennan does on these streams, but I'm okay with that. I'm not um, doing this stream to make money. I've said it a million times. If I was, I probably would have stopped streaming a year ago. Um, oh, okay. Thank you, Dave. It's really weird, but it seems to pick up around 3-ish. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that one Monday stream really threw me, and then I think I did one the next night, same time, or maybe this is my time, 2 in the morning my time, and I had like a couple thousand views for that one, and then it kind of went back down to a couple hundred views. I mean, I'm really just trying to get into the YouTube algorithm so more people see my comedy. That's the payment I'm looking for. And if I can make a few bucks, great. Um, yeah, I mean, I would think, like, what time is it right now? For me, it's about 2 a.m. Maybe people are trying to go to sleep, listening to YouTube, um, and people in the East Coast getting up. I mean, I would guess people in the Midwest are probably still asleep. Who knows, dude? Who knows? I just want a bigger fan base. I'm just a rat looking for my cheese. But I do like this presentation better because you can see my rat. You can see the Chandler doll. You can see the Kraken hat. The Earl painting right there. Yeah, I did. I don't know if you remember that one, TB, but what up, Saint Ranger? Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to grift like that because then I got to ship shit out and stuff, and I don't want people. I had someone offer me $100 the other day to read the letter, and he was really, I'll give it to you right now. I'm like, I don't do that shit to my fans. But I do like this presentation better. Feels more like a show where my phone is not so much, but I guess eventually I've got to go where, the most people come in. Um, so, so, uh, it's a whole merch thing where the money is. Yeah, I know. I don't have any merch. Uh, yeah, well, you'd be pretty disappointed at what's in my fridge. It's just prepared protein meals and energy drinks, a couple protein shakes, but I'm okay with that. You know, I like to do half hour to hour streams. I don't know how Melton does like 7, 8 hour streams. That's crazy to me. Yeah, maybe that's my new angle. Feet pics. Um, but I'm not really. I don't know. I know he did a stream 8 hours on Steel Toe. It was unbelievable. Like I couldn't do that. I wish I could. Um, wrestling parody AI merch. Um, I mean, listen, uh, and I have to thank Hi-Fi Protege for clipping up my stand-up shorts. I've noticed that the shorts are doing a lot better with the captions, I guess. I don't find Steel Toe that interesting, and I've talked to him a few times on Twitter, I guess about a year ago. Just hey dude, what's up? I think he asked me to come on the show, and I was just like, bro, I got nothing for you. I don't really do the Dabbleverse stuff. but I don't 8 hours on him was I went to bed listening to it. I woke up, I thought it was another show. It was the same show. Respect to Melton for doing that. He's like the king of the podcasters. So, um, you know, and I listen, if you are in the Vegas area, go to Hackamania. I had fun last year. I mean, there's a situation where I had to leave early, but and Melton got mad and I said, "Hey, don't pay me," and he still paid me. Interesting. Well, I just don't I just don't but Steel Toe, I think trolls everybody. It's where they want to talk about him. He's a wrestling fan, so I think he's doing the Chad thing where he dips in and out of things and he knows people are going to talk about him. I mean, it's really kind of brilliant. I press I and turn a comment to get the ball rolling. Jenna, none of you have to apologize to me in this stream. You know, this is just a fun fuck around stream tonight. Do like 15 more minutes, and then we can all. I still got to take Lois for a walk, so. Uh, well, I mean, well, that's the thing, and we can talk about. I mean, we're just a friendly group in here. I don't find his whole story interesting. Great, he wife swapped. The wife ended up liking the other guy. I mean, that's not really an original storyline. I've seen that happen a million times. I mean, a wife swap never ends well because, and it's usually the woman, but it can be the man too. If they see you fucking somebody else and you're like really getting into it, then they think, oh, you like them better than me. And then it just all goes downhill. I mean, I've been in gangbangs, but you know, well, I might stream the walk. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll do a few more minutes here, and then Lois is sleeping right now, so I don't want to wake her up. Yeah, I mean they're basically swingers, but which is fine, but it's just like I don't know to do an 8-hour stream on a story that's 2 years old. Respect, I can't do that shit. Um, yeah, I mean, and I don't find Nick that interesting, to be honest with you. Um, well, I mean, I wish, listen, I'm not going to lie. I do wish I made a little more money than I make on these things, but, it's not, my main goal is to build up a viewership to get more people's eyes on my stand up. Um, can you name every member in the gang if you had to? What do you mean? What gang? Dave, you're losing me. I'm not sure what you are speaking of. Who knows? Maybe the smart thing to do is pregame and the IMAX stream to get people to go to the phone stream. But I also don't want to do I really started to notice even the streamers who we all watch, they're doing 2 or 3 streams a day. It's just a cash grab. Um, oh, the gang in which the gangbang happened. I could definitely name everyone, but we don't want to do that. Yeah, I mean, one guy died, Johnny G. He died, and it was his apartment. Um, on Doheny. I mean, just that night was what a night. Yeah, John was a good dude. He was a very successful agent. I think at either ICM or William Morris. She had a beautiful wife. This was after this gangbang, and the business just ate him up. It's a tough business, man. Like even if you're an agent or a manager, like it's a constant grind to get your clients gigs, and it's a very, very tough. It's tough for the actors. It's tough for the managers. It's tough for everyone. Yeah, John was a good dude. Like he was a very he was like the life of the party type of guy. Um, so Just I mean, I've lost so many people that yeah, I mean, listen, voiceovers could be AI soon. But the thing with that is, especially if it's a comedy, like a cartoon, like the Jellies, where part of the funny of the Jellies was my comic mind and speed. You're not going to get that with AI. But it's always cheaper. Bang, bang, what's that sound? You're giving me up when you got me down. I think that was their Bang Bang. Not very original. Or no, or was that Dangerous Toys? Yes, Dangerous Toys was Bang Bang. I don't think Bang Tango ever really had a hit, to be honest with you. They were a band that really didn't stand out. They were just kind of there. And I think that they, they weren't the best looking guys. They kind of popped right before grunge hit. So, the clock was ticking. Same thing with like Shark Island. That's a great band, but I think they're made. Yeah, I mean, just late to the party. To be honest with you, Wild Side was another band that 2 years earlier they got a gold or platinum record, but to release your major label um, debut in 91, 92 is a tough sell. Um, yeah, I mean, who was it? Joe Lestay was the singer from Bang Tango. I saw him at the airport in Oklahoma when I went to Rocklahoma, and he looked awful. And that's 2007. Um, I mean, it was all timing. I mean, Rat, Motley Crue, Quiet Riot, they just popped at the right time. MTV was just I mean, it wasn't just taking off. It was, I think when Rat came in, there was like 80, 82 or 83 was the demo album or the EP. And then Round and Round just blew up. I mean, seemed like it was on MTV every fucking hour. Where's music heading now? I don't know. I mean, that's why I went to AC/DC, man. The days of like the super big stadium shows are coming to an end. There's really not a lot of um, bands or artists that can fill a stadium. Like, um, Taylor Swift, the Killers can fill big places. I mean, there's probably under 10 bands who could fill the Rose Bowl. I mean, AC/DC, the fucking singer's 80 years old. Like, how much longer realistically can they go? Kiss is done, but Kiss hasn't filled the stadium in quite a long time. It's just, I don't know if Lady Gaga could fill the Rose Bowl. Yeah, I mean, you got to do the festival route where it's just, you package these bands. But, you've got some big shows, Billy Idol's playing the Forum in September. Um, Alice Cooper and no, it's Billy Idol and Joan Jett. I think Alice Cooper and Judas Priest are combining to do the Forum later. Uh, So Lady Gaga just got $2 million on a beach. I mean, yeah, but I don't know if she like the Rose Bowl was packed for AC/DC. I mean, it was packed. So that was cool to see. But I don't know. I mean, Journey and Def Leppard are probably still touring together. That's an arena show. I don't know. Pink can play arenas. I mean, I think if you did a combo show like Pink, Christina Aguilera, and Britney Spears, that could probably fill the Rose Bowl. I don't think Bang Tango was, a top 40 metal band. Billy Idol's great in concert. I mean, Steve Stevens still fucking rips on guitar. The band's tight. Billy Morrison's the rhythm guitar player. Got the big guy Stefan on bass, Eric Eldanius on drums, and Paul, the keyboard player. I mean, they've been playing. Well, Brazil's different, like, that's why, when Kiss was fading in America, they went to, Rio, and, I think they played in front of a couple 100,000 people where they were having trouble filling, arenas in America after, Unmasked didn't do that well. The Elder bombed. Creatures of the Night was a great album, but it was kinda struggling, so, yeah, I mean, Billy and Steve, they just, they separated for a couple years, I'm sure it was the cocaine-fueled end run of the late '80s, early '90s, but, they're very good together, and this particular band with Eric on drums, Stefan on bass, Paul on keyboards, and Billy Morrison on, uh, rhythm guitars, it's been, a solid, I think about 10 years, um, that these guys have been together, so, it's a tight, tight band, and they pretty much just play the hits, but I gotta be honest with you, I do like the new Billy Idol album, which came out last week. Dream Into It is very good. So, I mean, Billy Idol is one of the few acts of his era that still puts out good material. Of course, his last album was 10 years ago, and that was a good album. Kings and Queens of the Stone Age. It had like 3 or 4 real bangers. But I gotta be honest with you, the Dream Into It, there's not a lot of a filler on it. It's all good for the most part. Um, yeah, but Rolling Stone's a tough. They never liked metal. Like you would have never. I mean, Motley Crue, I guess, got on the cover, but you would never see Rat on the cover. And I don't even know if Kiss got on the cover. And when they do their top 100 guitar players, they never include metal guys. Like Warren DeMartini is a great guitar player. He should be included on any best of list, but Rolling Stone they'd put Kurt Cobain over Warren DeMartini. Who do you think could play better? Um, Best Motley Crue album. I mean, Dr. Feelgood, they were sober and focused, but I always like a band's first album when they're hungry, they're aggressive. You could like that first Motley album, you could feel their aggressiveness and their hunger, and they wanted it. Same thing with Kiss. I mean, Kiss got bigger later, but like their first couple albums, they were just desperate and they were broke, and you could feel the urgency in the music. Yeah, Shout at the Devil's good. Um, it's. I think the minute the band starts making money, it just ruins it. You know, as soon as Kiss put out Double Platinum, I'm like, this album's really not necessary, but it was a total cash grab, which I understand. Well, I think a lot of bands, just like with the Killers, you've got the original four: Dave on guitar, Ronnie on drums, Mark on bass, Brandon on vocals. And, I know eventually Dave was like, hey, I want some of my songs to be on the next album or whatever. And he was just like, fuck it. That's a guy I respect. You leave the Killers, man. I don't know too many musicians who would leave that band. Um, so I never saw a show at the country club. I think I saw Tex Cobb in a karate match um, when he was like kind of fucking around, and it was toward the end, so he was getting knocked out a lot. Um, so Lois is up. We may have to go to the phone stream. If she gets up and starts walking, we'll phone stream it. Um, I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, really, I like the Killers' first few albums, and then I think once Brandon really got control over the band, it's basically the Brandon Flowers band. But Dave does still come back for the big shows because that's where the money's at. I mean, they're gonna make money anyway, but like I've never seen the original four, so I would pay quite a fee to do so. I've seen them with 3 of the 4. Um, I mean, wow, that's great, TB. I never saw Bon Jovi. The first time I saw Bon Jovi, the only time I saw Bon Jovi was 91 at no, yeah, '91 or '92. It was at the Forum. The opening acts were Dog Star with Keanu Reeves and Arcade featuring Stephen Pearcy and Fred Corey from Cinderella. And the great thing was I bought the only arcade shirt they had for sale. I don't mean the only style. I mean, the guy literally said, "We just have one, bro. It's a large. You want it?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah." So, I'm trying to think of, some early shows. I mean, I remember when I used to play hockey on Sunday nights, Rocky George played. He's the guitar player from Suicidal Tendencies. He was, like, telling me about Guns N' Roses. "Dude, they're gonna be the next big band. You watch. We're in a studio next door. These guys are gonna be fucking huge." And I'm like, "You should hear Britney Fox, bro." And he looked at me like, "Huh?" Um, I mean, I really only liked Bon Jovi with Alex John Such on bass, but he left Bon Jovi, prime Bon Jovi. I respect that guy. It's just like, fuck this, man. Bon Jovi's an a-hole. We'll go to 40 minutes, guys. We'll do 4 more minutes. So hit the like and subscribe button if you can, but I believe everyone in here already has done that. So never mind. Yes, Bon Jovi, the actor, U571 was his shining moment on cinema. So she's a little runaway. My favorite Bon Jovi song is She Don't Know Me. What more can I do? There's nothing that I haven't tried. Still, it's so hard for her to notice. But I tried hard to be straight. There's nothing left, I can't wait. If only she would look my way. Hey, hey, she don't know me. You get the picture. I don't know what he is. I mean, who is in Bon Jovi now? I think it's Tico Torres on drums, David Bryan on keys, and Hugh McDonald on bass, and I think Gus G on the electronic guitar. Well, I believe Bon Jovi and Aldo Nova had a kinship partnership, so I wouldn't be shocked if Bon Jovi gave him the riff for that. Aldo Nova should have been bigger. He just after Fantasy, he never really um, captured the magic. Life is just a fantasy. So, what do you mean connection, TB? What do you mean? Oh yeah, he was pretty epic. Oh yes, keyboards. Um, I mean, talent-wise, he probably was more talented than anyone who made it. But it's just the look wasn't the best. Just in that era, you had one shot to make a first impression, and then people moved on. And Fantasy was a good video. I don't know much about his singing, so I'll say better actor. All right, guys, we got 1 more minute. Then I'm gonna go pee, and then we'll take. I've seen Alice Cooper probably about 20 times. I'm friends with Ryan Roxy on the electronic guitar. I've done his podcast, and I've had Nita Strauss on my Inappropriate Earl podcast twice. So big fans of Alice Cooper. I never got to see them with Kane Roberts, which I kind of wish I did. But what are you going to do? You can't get everything in life you want. 30 seconds, guys. Get those last IMAX streams. Alice is a legend. And for 76, like the guy from AC/DC, he puts on a good show still. So, well, I mean, Alice, he doesn't cheat you. I mean, the shows are tight. I mean, that band he's had now has been with him, for 10 years. Just kind of like Billy Idol, about the same. They don't change too much. I know they just had Gilby Clarke in the band while Nita was off doing some other commitment. So, all right, you guys, we're at the 40-minute mark. So in 5 minutes, heard he's a cool guy. Will show up to his restaurant and be a cool dude with pictures or whatnot. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've been to his restaurant once, but it was a very long time ago. Yes, I was at that same show. No, yeah, I saw Alice with Cheap Trick and Alice with Ace Frehley. I took my yoga teacher on a date. Ooh, what could have been with that one? Rachel, what did you do? All right, you guys, Earl Skakel over and out. I'll see you on the phone stream in about 5 minutes.